Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a brand new deck on my main Chief Pat account, and today we're bringing back the Lightning Spell, which honestly, when I first ever played Clash Royale, even before it was available to the public, the Lightning Spell was my favorite card inside of the entire game. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that, but the Lightning Spell used to do like 6 lightning bolts in a certain area. It didn't like lock onto a target or anything. It would just do this big circle of lightning, and it was one of my favorite cards in the entire game when I actually first ever got to play Clash Royale back in maybe like October of last year. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back today, use it inside of this deck right here, and I saw someone playing this and having a lot of success with it, so it's a pretty fun one to try out. Now notice that this guy is actually a perfect person to play with Lightning because he has the 3 Musketeers, which of course you can use so well, especially when they split it up like that, and to get some massive damage off against their tower. Now, if you think about it, when someone plays 3 Musketeers, you have to think about it like this. Each Musketeer is basically 3 Elixir. So if I get 2 Musketeers at the same time, that's going to be 6 Elixir, which is the same cost as the Lightning Spell. And then, of course, I get some free damage off on the tower, which adds up throughout the game. So I'm definitely happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and mini P.E.K.K.A that Hog Rider on the left. I've got a Bowler on the right, and already this guy's in a pretty bad position right now, seeing as we got such a nice little lead off of that Lightning Spell play. Now, mini P.E.K.K.A is going to get a single swing on the left-hand side. My Bowler's going to be on the right, and we're just steamrolling this game so far, and the Bowler is he's just knocking those skeletons out as he throws his rock. So over and over again, he's going to take that tower all the way down to below 1800, and now with our Musketeer to guard against those minions, I think he's a little bit flustered that we've been stopping most of his pushes, as well as we have the Lightning for the 3 Musketeers, which is the staple of his deck. So we can go ahead and keep that in our hand, as well as we have the Poison Spell. So if this guy ever plays his 3 Musketeers, you guys know that they are as good as dead. Alright, so Barbarians are going to try to take out my Musketeer. Bowler's going to help out against those guys. The Skeletons are going to be going a little bit crazy, so I've got to watch out for those. But Giant is still able to take a couple of hits off against the tower. So I'm going to go ahead and reset with my Elixir Collector on the bottom left, seeing as I don't think this guy has too much to be able to take me out. So Bowler's going to lock on again. There goes the 3 Musketeers. I'm actually going to go ahead and Lightning those down, as well as that right-hand tower. Guys, look how easy that is. 490 damage onto that tower left. And her Lightning Spell is actually able to take it out. Now, Ice Spirit, honestly one of the most OP cards inside of the entire game. I really have not stressed that enough on my channel, but it's so ridiculously powerful. Is going to be able to stop that Musketeer in its tracks. The Bowler's going to be going crazy on the left-hand side. The Poison is going to go down on absolutely everything, and that arrow, those set of arrows really aren't going to do too much to protect this tower, and this tower is as good as dead. The Musketeer is going to clean up those minions. The Hog Rider is going to get stopped in its tracks by the mini P.E.K.K.A, and that should be it for this game. He's going to say good game, and hopefully he's going to let me get those 3 crowns on that King Tower and be able to wrap this one up. So Poison Spell, he's going to freeze his own King Tower. Well played, Maximilian OG. Thank you for that 3rd crown for my crown chest. And that was a staple battle of what it's like to have Lightning inside of your deck. When you guys play Lightning, you always want to make sure you get good value. I don't really recommend lightning someone's Elixir Pump if you're only going to lightning their Elixir Pump and their tower. You want to bring out their Lightning Spell, your Lightning Spell, when they don't expect it. So for example, if someone plays an Elixir Collector in the top left, just like that Dizzle though played right there, don't play your Lightning Spell until he plays something like a Musketeer. If you can Lightning the Musketeer, the Elixir Collector, and the tower, you are going to be getting so paid. You'll have so much Elixir advantage you won't even know what to do with yourself. So that's what I recommend. Try to get a really positive trade whenever you're playing that Lightning Spell. Look at those 3 Musketeers. We're just running the 3 Musketeers over and over again. I'm actually going to play my Poison Spell instead of the Lightning just because it's good timing. Take a look at the Bowler's Bowl. A complete strike for those Musketeers right there. And yeah, I played the Poison Spell. It was already in my... It was a little bit quicker for me to play, and the Poison Spell reacts a little bit faster. Plus, it was able to get some tower damage off as well. And the Lightning Spell would have only killed those 3 Musketeers and was a little bit more expensive. So I felt like that was the proper play right there instead of the Lightning Spell. Of course, I'm going to do my Lightning as much as I can. And let's go ahead and set up with the Giant. I'm actually going to make a really aggressive Lightning Spell right here. I don't really like dropping a Lightning Spell onto the Giant, but I'm feeling a little bit saucy, so I ended up doing it. Giant's going to go down the right-hand lane, and of course, here comes the Balloon. Let's play that OP Ice Spirit that I talked about. The Musketeer, I dropped just inside of the Poison Spell radius. That is a complete failfish. Do not ever do that. I thought it was outside of range. I feel like it's one of those things that if your opponent does it, you know, if my opponent played his musketeer, it would have been out of range of my poison, but since I did it, it's going to be in range. You guys know I'm just doing a little bit of raging with mold over here. Let's go and reset with an elixir collector in the bottom left. We're still looking good. Towers are about even on the right hand lane, but we do have an elixir advantage right now, which obviously we're going to take advantage of. And of course, he's already shown his hand that he has the 3 musketeers, and it's totally a mental thing. When you have a card that perfectly counters someone, it really throws them off their game. They're always wondering what to do. I know this personally because I've played a lot of 3 musketeers, as well as a lot of Sparky, which are 2 very counterable cards. Take a look at that tower right there. I'm going to go ahead and lightning this one. I just want to get a lot of that tower damage off and save my poison spell for the barbarians, because the lightning spell is not effective against the barbarians at all. It's a negative elixir trade, and it doesn't even kill all of them. So meanwhile, let's go ahead and fire spirit that balloon on the left. It should only take like 1 hit off on our tower. And look at our bowler just bowling strikes in the left-hand lane. The bowler has bowled down most of his troops. Meanwhile, that balloon's going to do absolutely nothing. We have a like 20+ elixir push going down the right-hand lane right now, so that's going to be good game right here. I'm going to drop a well played because our push is going to be absolutely unstoppable. Even those musketeers aren't going to do anything. Let's drop a lightning spell on both towers as well as that 3rd musketeer, and that's going to do it for a 3-crown victory against that Dizzle though. And another classic patch using the lightning to our advantage against the 3 musketeers. That's 2 sets of 3 musketeers in a row, guys. I'm not lying. These are the 3 battles that I'm going to be doing today. There's no battles in between them. 2 3 musketeers in a row. Let's go ahead and play the best hunter to wrap this one up and see if we can keep picking up these W's using our lightning spell. Now, starting with an elixir collector, I would prefer to attack the side that has the elixir collector. Keep that in mind, guys. If someone's towers are even, always attack the side with the elixir collector, because it gives you a chance to damage the elixir collector after you've killed their tower. Let's drop another lightning spell on a set of 3 musketeers and push down this right hand lane. That's 3 straight battles today, 3 straight opponents using 3 musketeers, and 3 straight frustrated opponents, because we're just going to take this tower all the way down to 0, and there's pretty much nothing he can do about it. The bowler and the giant did such work right there, as well as that lightning spell damaged that tower a pretty decent amount as well. So let's go ahead and just get ready for this mini P.E.K.K.A. It might even take a hit off against our tower, but I'm completely fine with that. I don't want to give up any more elixir because he already has an elixir lead on me. Sometimes you guys got to realize that not playing a card is the best card, and that's what the case was, I believe, in that situation right there. Let's say I played my own mini P.E.K.K.A. He could have just played his... That would have been a 4 elixir investment to make sure he didn't get a single mini P.E.K.K.A. hit off on my tower. So instead, I decided to save that 4 elixir for a poison spell, and take a look. Because of that, look at this bowler. The bowler is legit going to bowl America right now. He bowled... Oh my god, that bowler just bowled down an Ice Spirit, it bowled down the guards, it bowled down the 3 musketeers. This bowler needs a raise because he just did work, and the Ice Spirit is going to give me another hit from the mini P.E.K.K.A. on the left-hand lane. This game is completely textbook right now, except for that musketeer. That musketeer is not textbook. Do not follow that musketeer. Things were looking really good right there. That bowler placement was ridiculous. He just was an absolute monster. And before you can say, Chief Pat, we have such a massive elixir advantage in this game. This guy is in a lot of trouble. He did have the elixir lead at one point, but because of those plays right there, we're going to end up dominating. Lightning spell is going to go down on 2 musketeers as well. The tower, another bowler to stop his musketeer in the left-hand lane. I'm going to get ready to go for a little bit of a counter push after he finishes up this one to take that left-hand tower and hopefully be able to clean up the center for a 3rd crown for this win. Now, musketeer is going to clean up his musketeer, as well as now we've got our bowler finishing off that giant. The bowler actually got some decent damage off, but I'm going to lightning down both the elixir collector as well as both of those towers. 3 musketeers going to go down near the king tower, so I'm going to poison those bad boys. I have so many spells in this deck. This guy just must be getting so frustrated. But bowler's going to help out against that mini P.E.K.K.A. I've got my own mini P.E.K.K.A. I've actually got to stop him, realizing that both of my towers at 500 HP. He could tie this game up if I just make some mistakes right here. So instead of going for that 3rd crown, I'm just going to make sure I don't do anything stupid. Let's Ice Spirit down this giant right here, poison onto the guards, and with a single second remaining, he did end up getting that left-hand tower, but the right-hand one's going to stay alive, and that was actually a little bit closer than I thought. I didn't know my towers were so injured, but we still didn't troll at the very end. We didn't go for 3 crowns when we definitely weren't going to be able to get them. So 34 trophies, and guys, that is going to do it for this deck. We played 3 straight people using 3 Musketeers with this deck, which has to be one of the worst ever things because the Lightning isn't a very common card. So again, you don't even have to play 3 Musketeers. You can play people using the Witch, the Musketeer, the Wizard, 3 Musketeers, like I already said. Any of those cards is so much value using the the Lightning spell. Even the Elixir Collector, let's say you Lightning the Elixir Collector, the Mini P.E.K.K.A, and their Tower, you're getting such a favorable trade right there that I definitely recommend it inside of a lot of decks. So try it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll make sure to stay tuned. And again, one of my favorite cards from day one inside of Clash Royale that you guys should check it out. That's going to do it for this video. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.